present by research proposal. The title is Development of e-Module based on socio-scientific issue to improve student scientific literacy in reaction rate material. So for the chapter 1 introduction, the first background, education in Indonesia is currently entering the era of industrial revolution 4.0. The concept of education 4.0 requires students to learn and discover various things based on experiment and utilizing technology in the learning process. The aim is to build 21st century competencies by strengthening character. It means moral and performance, and for competencies, namely critical thinking, creative communication, collaboration, innovation, and literacy skills. The learning of 21st century has put the industrial world ahead with the rapid development of scientific and technological progress to meet human needs. This century learning leads to critical thinking, problem solving, social emotional skill to face the challenge of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. The learning process of science tends to memorize and is less skilled in using knowledge, so it does not hone the skill and potential of thinking. This can be seen from the low ability of students to analyze and applying the concept of the problem, so that it impact on the ability of science literacy of students. And then according to UNESCO, literacy skills, which are one of the demands of global education, include the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, communicate, and calculate using written materials related to various contexts. According to PISA, Indonesia is ranking 62nd out of 71 participating country in terms of the distribution of literacy itself. Nationally, only 25.38% is literate. Science is considered sufficient, while 73.61% is considered insufficient. Therefore, Indonesia must be able to improve literacy culture as a 21st century life skill, which consists of basic literacy, including reading and writing literacy, numerization literacy, scientific literacy, digital literacy, financial literacy, and culture and civic literacy. And then scientific literacy is very important, especially in the world of education, which expects students to have higher competitiveness and competence in the current era of globalization. Scientific literacy skill must not only be mastered by students, but are also important for teacher also. Aspect scientific literacy can help teacher convey material to students regarding a more complete and comprehensive picture of science. The role of teacher as adult in student education at school regarding student scientific literacy is very necessary to equip students to think critically, solve problems creatively, and communicate well in order to be ready to face future challenges. And then, however, scientific literacy skills have not become an important concern in the learning process. This can be seen from the result of assessment of Indonesian scientific literacy, in which still relatively low. The teaching and learning process mostly is teacher-centered, where the teacher is still the center of the attention, so that the teaching and learning process only goes in one direction, which create a learning atmosphere that tends to be monotone, so students become less active and independent. And then there are many ways that teachers can improve student scientific literacy skills. Teacher can innovate to develop teaching materials based on the aspect of scientific literacy. One of the innovation that teacher can make is developing e-modules. This e-module can be integrated with various learning models, one of which is socio-scientific issue. Socio-scientific issue is described as social problem with a scientific concept that connects students with scientific problem that develop in the community to be explored. Then this social scientific problem will make students gain experiment about what they're learning, so that learning becomes more meaningful. And then socio-scientific based teaching materials can be applied in learning because they are able to promote scientific literacy. By integrating a module based on socio-scientific issue, it is hoped that can become teaching material that can arouse student learning motivation, can increase student scientific literacy, and can increase student activeness in learning independently. So based on the explanation of the background, so here I do research entitled Development a Model Based on Socio-Scientific Issues to Improve Students' Scientific Literacy and Reaction Rate. And then for the identification of the problem, based on background, so can identify the following problems. The first, then scientific literacy abilities are still low, and then the teaching material used by educators do not fully contain indicators of scientific literacy, and then the teaching material used in terms of appearance are less colorful and supporting image are still limited. And then the last one, the use of technology in learning has not been utilized properly. And then this the scope of study. The scope is study. This research is developed an e-module based on socio-scientific issue on rising rate material to improve student scientific literacy. And then for the scope of the problem, the product to be developed is a chemistry e-module based on socio-scientific issue to improve student scientific literacy skill. And then the material that will be used in this module is reaction rate material, and then develop of e-module in this research for class 11 in senior high school. And then formulation of the problem here, the first how to develop a chemistry a module based on socio-scientific issue regarding reaction rate to improve the scientific literacy in class 11. And then what is feasibility of chemistry a module based on socio-scientific issue regarding reaction rate to improve the scientific literacy in class 11. And then the last, how effective is the module based on socio-scientific issue on reaction rate material to improve scientific literacy. And then for the research objective, the first note to develop a chemistry module based on socio-scientific issue to improve student scientific literacy. And then knowing the feasibility of chemistry module based on socio-scientific issue on reaction rate material to improve the scientific literacy of class 11. And then the last one, knowing the effectiveness of a module based on socio-scientific issue to improve the scientific literacy in class 11. And then the last is research benefits. So divided by 2, the first theoretical can be used as an alternative source of independent learning that can be used by educators in the learning process. And then the second, practical for the teacher. Teacher can use a module teaching material based on socio-scientific issue as alternative media that can influence student interest and scientific literacy abilities in learning. And then for student, can improve their scientific literacy and optimal learning outcomes during the learning process. And then for researcher, this research can increase researcher insight into the step for developing a module based on socio-scientific issue, as well as increasing knowledge about education in Indonesia, which can then be used as a reference in thinking, acting, and behavior. Okay, ma'am, that's all my research proposal for the chapter 1.
Okay, Nadia, so this is your research is about development, right? Development. You are making a module. Okay, a module. So first you plan to develop the e-module, and then what do you mean by this the second number? The second number here, right? What is the feasibility of a chemistry e-module based on socio-scientific issue? So how do you plan to do that?
Kelayakannya gitu,
Kelayakan, berarti kelayakannya itu ini seperti kamu akan memberikan ini kali ya, memberikan kuesioner gitu ya. Ya, nah, jadi kuesionernya itu mencakup apakah bisa mencakup tentang kelayakan dan juga efektifnya ya. Enggak, ini berarti yang ini kalau kelayakan berarti BNSP ya? BNSP, berarti validasi gitu.
Ya, validasi mem.
Berarti validasi ya. Berarti yang nomor 2 ini validasi. Nomor 3 bisa juga ke siswa melalui kuesioner gitu ya. Oke. Oke Nadia, thank you. Ini kamu kan angkatan 21 ya. Masih
21 mem, bukan 20.
Iya 21 ya, saya bilang 21 kan. 21 masih tahun depan ya, masih tahun depan, tapi nggak apa-apa. Ini kan latihan. Mana tahu nanti kamu memang tertarik benar-benar mengerjakan ini ya. Oke, Nadia, terima kasih.
Thank you,
Oke,
mem.
next, who else? 21.
Khairul Bari.
Saya, Mem.
Hah?
Kurnia, Mem.
Oke, silakan Kurnia.
Tetapi saya minta tolong Nadia untuk share screen-nya, Mem.
Oke, silakan.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am, and all my friends. So today I will present my proposal, implementations of innovative learning materials with problem-based learning to improve students' learning outcomes in class 11 with thermochemistry material. The first, I will introduce myself. My name is Kurniawati Bangun with ID number 4213131045. Okay, next, Nadia. In the chapter 1, the introductions, the background is one of the main problems in the education system in Indonesia is the problem of the quality and outcomes of the learning process. This problem is related to the provisions of learning materials and materials that are not widely accessible without being limited by the distance and time constraints. In addition, the development of modernizations and globalizations of the 21st century has also had a tremendous impact in all fields, including education. Learning materials must provide a more authentic design for going through challenges where students can collaborate to create solutions to solve learning problems. Problem solving leads to questions and searches for answer by students, which can then be searches for the problem solving in the context of learning using available information resources. The learning process is basically a communications process that involves delivering message or material from the instructor, teacher, or the lecturer to the recipient or students, and the process of delivering the message. According to Pangabean et al. 20 and 22. Learning involves acquiring and modifying knowledge, skills, strategies, beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. People learn cognitive, linguistic, motor, and social skills, and this can take many forms. Learning materials are required in every learning activity, such as a student's book and worksheet. Learning materials must have the criteria of the validity or content and the constructability, practically, and effectiveness. The new learning process, according to the curriculum, along with the completeness of the learning tools, is expected to improve students' learning outcomes in 3 aspects, namely knowledge, attitude, and skill. Fake in the field show the opposite result, according to Sugiyarti et al. 20 and 18. Problem-based learning, or PBL, has stimulated and challenged teachers, learners, and administrators worldwide to reflect on their educational philosophy and the methods. Perhaps, like the case reported from this book, who wrote the first of the questions above, you two have been integrated by the PBL and have through about introducing it into your school or your own teaching. Perhaps you have been dismissed from taking your intentions any further because of some of the concerns you and your college have about the seem like a radical departure from the traditional teaching or learning methods. On the other hand, perhaps you like the academic in the second questions and either do not know what PBL is or do not yet understand it. Next, Nadia. So this collected of case studies is unique is profit personal accounts of the faculty as they content with many of the problem dilemmas faced by the teachers and administrators who plan and implement PBL according to scores 20 and 11. Thermochemistry is the study of heat chains that accompany chemical reactions and phase changes. This material is abstract because a student applies reactions equation and thermochemical formulation into count problems. This statement is supported by research results states that thermochemical materials is still considered difficult and unattractive because in this material students still find difficult to apply thermochemical formulation and reactions into count problem and are shown from the daily repetitions of the thermochemical material according to Purwanti et al. 20 and 19. Facing very worrying conditions, it is necessary to make effort to improve the learning process in order to improve process skills in chemistry learning, namely especially in analytical skills in understanding chemical material. One alternative use is to use a problem-based learning model. The problem-based learning or PBL model and approach to learning that helps students to find problem from a real event, collect information through self-determined strategies to make a decision to solve the problem, which will then be presented in the form of performance. Many findings related to the problem-based learning have been made. The PBL learning model can be said to be a learning process that challenges students to learn effectively, group to find solutions to real-world problems, and then be required to solve the problem according to Antara 20 and 22. So based on the descriptions of the problems above, it is necessary to conduct a research that is entitled Implementations of Innovative Learning Materials with Problem-Based Learning to Improve Students' Learning Outcomes in Class 11 with Thermochemistry Material. And then identification of problems. The first, students pay less attention when the teacher is explaining the material. And the second, the grades in chemistry subjects at school are still low, especially in thermochemistry material for class 11 students. And the third, lack of students' learning outcomes from thermochemistry material in class 11 students. Next, Nadia. And then the scope, the place where this research was carried out in class 11 high school, that is in SMA Negeri 2 Medan. And then scope of the problem, the first research emphasized students' cognitive abilities. The second, presence of problems in the form of thermochemistry lesson using the problem-based learning model. And then the formulation problem. The first, is there an influence of the applications of problem-based learning on student learning outcomes in thermochemistry material? And the second, how much influence does the problem-based learning model have on students' learning outcomes in thermochemistry material? And then the research purpose, to know and influence of the applications of problem-based learning on student learning outcomes in thermochemistry material. And the second, to know much of the influence does the problem-based learning model have on student learning outcomes in thermochemistry material. And then the benefit of the research. The first, for students, it can increase learning interest in chemistry lessons, and then increase students' critical thinking power in analyzing problems to find solutions. and then can improve student learning outcomes by training students critical skills in solving problems, especially in thermochemistry lesson. And then for teachers, the first is as an alternative way for a teacher to teach students so that they seem interesting and not bored. And then to increase student understanding in improving students' learning outcomes. Okay, ma'am, and all my friends, that's all about my presentation.
Okay, thank you, Kurnia. So Kurnia, your topic is thermochemistry, right? And then you are trying to understand an application of problem-based learning, right? Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
what are the media that you use for this?
Of this case, I use the student worksheet, ma'am.
Oke, LKPD ya, LKPD.
Yes, ma'am.
Jadi ini kalau penelitian yang ini rencana kamu mau mengajar di kelas berarti ya?
Iya, ma'am.
Oke, mengajar di kelas, lalu kamu akan mengajarkan dengan model pembelajaran PBL, ya? Oke. Nah, topiknya termokimia, medianya LKPD. Ya. Nah, ini kira-kira kalau rencana kamu ada pakai kelas pembanding nggak?
Rencana dalam satu kelas aja, ma'am. Eksperimental kelas aja, tapi nanti dibuat post test and pretestnya, ma'am.
Oke, jadi tidak ada kelas pembanding?
Enggak, ma'am.
Enggak, oke. Oke. Karena kalau tidak ada kelas pembanding, bagaimana kamu lebih tahu kalau si PBL ini efektif, ya kan? Nah, efektif dari segi apa nanti? Nah, jadi penelitian seperti ini kan kita sebenarnya mata kuliahnya dalam bahasa Indonesia penelitian tindakan kelas, ya kan? Nah, kalau penelitian seperti ini sebenarnya, nah, kamu harus ada satu kelas eksperimen, kelas pembanding. Nah, supaya kamu membandingkan. Berarti kalau yang satu kelas eksperimennya kamu pakai PBL, nah, kelas yang satu kamu pakai mungkin pakai instruktif. Kan ada kan instruktif ya, yang instruktif itu kan berarti guru aja yang ngomong-ngomong ya. Nah, medianya sama-sama, medianya mungkin sama gitu ya, sama-sama mungkin kamu pakai PowerPoint sama-sama, tapi mungkin yang satu kamu tahapannya itu pakai tahapan sintanya pakai sintak PBL, nah yang satu pakai sintanya bukan sintak PBL. Nah, baru kamu lakukan melihat, menganalisa data nanti apakah memang benar lebih bagus si PBL ini atau enggak. Oke, begitu ya Kurniawati. Nah, ini saran saya. Kalau penelitian yang seperti ini, kamu harus buat lagi satu lagi kelas, tapi di mana model pembelajarannya berbeda dari model pembelajaran problem-based learning ya. Oke, terima kasih Kurniawati. Selanjutnya, siapa lagi nih? Siapa lagi nih? Minggu lalu anak 21, mahasiswa 21 udah ada yang presentasi 2 minggu yang lalu. Belum ya? Baru minggu ini ya. Oke, kita coba selesaikan. Oke. Siapa ini? Nia, Feby, Yolanda, Catherine. Siapa yang mau presentasi? Miftahul, ya kan? Siapa nih? Hoirul udah siap. Hoirul, kalau nggak. Siapa kok pada diam-diam ini? Ayo. Time is moving on. Oke. Siapa nih yang mau presentasi? Yolanda ya?
Saya boleh, ma'am.
Siapa? Hoirul ya? Oke, Hoirul silakan.
But, ma'am, nunggu Nadia download PDF saya bentar ya, ma'am.
Oke.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am and all friends. I'm Khairul Baria from Chemistry Education Study Program 2021 with ID number 42121310 and 12. Here, I would like to present my research proposal entitled Development of Interactive Teaching Materials using project-based multimedia to improve student learning outcomes and activeness on electrochemical materials. Next. Next. Okay, for the chapter 1 introduction, why I choose this research? Because this is supported by the background. As we all know that the quality of education determines the quality of a nation. So that's why if the quality of education is good, so then the human resources produced will also be good and vice versa. So the development of interactive teaching materials is needed to meet educational quality improvement and support the transformation of conventional learning into student-centered learning, as well as improvement and effectiveness on learning to achieve good learning outcomes. So improvement the quality of education can be done through innovation in teaching materials, as said Situmorang et al. In 2015. Next. So as we all know that this is a time where technology is really needed. Everything is related to technology. So we need to pair open materials with technology, one of which is through multimedia. The use of multimedia in teaching materials is interesting because it can combine various learning media so that it can motivate students to learn independently. Next. Next. Multimedia application provide an excellent opportunity for teachers to demonstrate and visualize learning material more clearly and easily understood. So the development of interactive teaching material cannot only be done with the use of multimedia. So we also need the project integration. So there are many studies on the effect of project-based teaching on student science achievements. Next. 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 So chemistry is a natural science that has been taught from junior high school, and university level. One of the branch of chemistry taught in senior high school is electrochemistry material. This causes students to become less active when studying electrochemistry, whereas Minister of Education and Culture Regulation number 36 of 2018 explained that the 2013 curriculum provide direction that science learning, including chemistry, must rely on students' activeness and they must gain real experience in the learning process. So that's why, based on the background I explained before, I choose this research entitled Development of Interactive Teaching Material using Project-Based Multimedia to Improve Student Learning Outcomes and Activeness on Electrochemistry Material. Then we go to the problem identification. So there are problem identification here. The first one is the teaching material used so far are only in the form of textbook. Second, student chemistry learning outcomes are still relatively low and learning activities tend to be passive. And next, chemistry teaching methods tend to be abstract. The presentation of material is not equipped with the integration of appropriate learning models. Then the media used in process teaching learning is less supportive. And the last, students have not optimally collaborated in completing the project. Next. And then the scope of problem. So the scope of problem in this research is development of interactive teaching material to improve development interactive teaching material using project-based multimedia to improve student learning outcomes and activities on electrochemistry material. Then limitation of the problem. So to provide a clear scope for the discussion, it is necessary to delimit the problem in this research, namely the high school chemistry teaching material that was developed was class 12 electrochemistry material at senior school. The first one is the development of teaching material is carried out in accordance with applicable curriculum domains. And the development of teaching material is carried out using multimedia and project-based teaching. Software which is used to create teaching material in the form of application on electrochemistry material is a learning integrated digital game. And then respondents to find out responses to the teaching material that have been developed, learning outcomes, effectiveness of using innovative teaching material that have been developed. And then left of skill and motivation are students who are studying chemistry subjects. And then we go to the problem formulation. So based on the problem identified before, the problem formulation in this research are first, how to develop innovative multimedia based on the high school chemistry teaching materials. And second, what is the level of effectiveness of interactive teaching material using project-based multimedia to improve student learning outcomes and activities? The third, how to integrate electrochemical material with project-based learning models. The fourth, how to utilize ICT in senior high school chemistry teaching material online and offline. And then how to design multimedia function based on collaboration with a number of contributions in completing the project. And then research objective. From the problem formulation, there are some research objectives. The first is to develop the innovative multimedia based on your high school chemistry teaching material. Second, to know the level of effectiveness of interacting teaching materials using project-based multimedia to improve student learning outcomes and activities. The third, to integrate electrochemical material with project-based learning models. And the fourth, they utilize ICT-based learning multimedia in senior high school chemistry teaching materials online and offline. And last, to design multimedia function based on the collaboration with a number of contributions in completing the project. And then for the benefits of research, here I divided two. The first is theoretically. In theory, the assistance of a variety of varied teaching materials is effective
What's wrong, Hoirul?
teaching material using project-based multimedia can add interest and effectiveness to learning. The second, for educators, as a suggestion to be more and creative with developing teacher material so that the electrochemistry learning can be a fun lesson. And the last, for a candidate professional educators, which can then be used as suggestion for developing teaching materials. Okay, ma'am and all friends, that's all about my chapter 1 in research proposal. Thank you.
Okay, can we see the problem formulation? How to develop innovative multimedia? How to integrate? How to utilize? How to design? You have so many problem formulation, Hoirul. So
Yes, ma'am.
the first one is
from the
huh? Pardon me?
because from the journal that I reviewed before, I find some problem identification, ma'am. So based on the problem identification,
Okay.
I summary to make problem formulation.
Okay, so first is how to develop innovative. So meaning like your proposal is about development of a multimedia.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Second, what is the level of effectiveness using teaching interactive using project-based learning multimedia? So so you want to develop multimedia first, and then you want to test the multimedia in the class using teaching model, learning model, project-based learning. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you want to integrate electrochemical material. Okay. Okay. This is my suggestion. Okay. Hoirul, I think your problem formulation is too much. Yeah, too much. In reality, you won't be able to finish all of this. Yeah, because you should remember that when you are making a proposal, right? You have a timeline to do the project, right? And for example, for you guys, the education chemistry major, you probably only have 3 months to do the research now. So let you think. Yeah, let me ask you again. Do you think you will be able to finish all the problem formulation in 3 months?
Maybe more time will be used, ma'am.
Huh? I don't think so,
Maybe
right?
more time will be used, ma'am.
So you probably need maybe 6 months, and then in 6 months, I think for most of chemistry education major, you want to finish as soon as possible, right? Most of you guys finish in 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5 years. So if you make this is probably like this problem formulation is more of for pasca sarjana student. Yeah, pasca sarjana student. So this is too much for you guys. Okay, this is a suggestion for me, because among all these 5, just choose two or 3. So maybe like this is yeah, the A, and then D, and E. But for B and C, I don't think there will be a time for that. Okay. So this is a note for 21 student. Make sure when you wrote down your proposal, you will know for sure that how long you can finish it. Yeah. Now you need to understand that there is a time limit on you guys. Okay, Hoiro. So this is too much. So next time you make a proposal, cut it down into three or 2. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Hoiro. That's only the suggestion for me. Okay. Next, who else want to present? So Nadia already present, Hoirul, and who else before presenting? Kurniawati. So 3. Yeah. Next, who else? Catherine, do you want to present your work?
Okay, ma'am. I will try that.
Please.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am, and all my friends. So I am Catherine with the number 4210138. Wanna present about my project task is my proposal. That the title is application of the. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
But I'm wait a
What?
minute now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. Before that, I changed the title. So the title is Development of e-Student Worksheet using the ACERR, elicit, confirm, identify, resolve, and reinforce learning model to improve student learning outcomes on chemical equilibrium topic. So, background from simple to complex and abstract concept. These concepts are interrelated and gradual. Basic concepts are used to base and form more complex concepts. The abstract and complex concepts of chemistry make students believe that chemistry is a difficult subject. So, several studies shows that students often experience misconception about abstract concept, one of which is the concept of chemical equilibrium, in accordance with the statement of Gaddafi, who states that one of the chemical materials whose concepts are mostly abstract in a chemical equilibrium, which make it difficult to observe with the naked eye. The chemical equilibrium describes a state where essentially the exchange of matter and energy is in two directions at the same time, it both forward and reverse reactions. Apart from that, there are difficulties experienced by students in conceptual and procedural understanding of dynamic equilibrium and the factors that influence a chemical equilibrium. This abstract characteristic of chemical equilibrium materials may cause students to experience difficulties in understanding the concept contained therein. The chemical learning either directly or at discussing abstract topics that require visualization to improve student understanding of concept by linking the three levels of representation, namely macroscopic, submicroscopic, and symbolic. Learning success is not only influenced by student understanding, but it also influenced by the learning media used. One of them is teaching materials. The development of teaching materials is needed so that they can be adapted to the target character. The teaching materials that are generally used are student worksheet. Student worksheet is a learning media that contains text or instructions for finding answer to problem that student must solve. Student worksheet can also be used as a learning resource or used in conjunction with other media which aim to help students master attitudes and understanding of certain materials. The learning media that often is often used is student worksheet based on research from Umbariati. It states that can increase student learning activities and assessment. However, student worksheet in printed form is still not effective and less practical to use. Herawati Gulo and Hartono states that to optimize it both in the term of learning quality and display, a transformation based on the coverage of information and telecommunication technology is needed. The printed student worksheet can be replaced with internet-based student worksheet, which can be designed and created according to the objectives to be achieved in learning. So, student worksheet can be assessed outside face-to-face hours, so student can practice and repeat learning independently. So, from the Agustina, the result said that a student worksheet is teaching material that can be assessed independently by student and easy to use. And this result used the ECIR that elicit, confront, identify, resolve, and reinforce learning model, which was original developed by Wenning that to correct student misconception, whereas from the theory that students learn by constructing their initial knowledge. The ACIRR learning model is a learning model that is basically a constructivist paradigm. This learning model is a development of a learning model based on conceptual changes. So this learning model has 5 learning stages, where first is the elicit stage. At this, the teacher provide activities that stimulate students to think and student answer conceptual questions given by the teacher to explore initial knowledge. Second is confront stage, where the teacher show basic phenomena to adjust the student initial conceptions. Then student compare the initial concept that they already have with the concept of the given phenomenon. Third is identify stage, where the teacher provide knowledge to explain the initial conception that student experience. The student provide answer to refute their belief or lack of confidence in the initial concept that student have. Four, resolve stage, where teacher provide the correct concept by showing evidence of the observed phenomenon. And the last stage is reinforcement, where the teacher provide reinforcement by reviewing and asking questions about the correct concept to student. So based on the background, the result title development of student worksheet using the ACIRR learning model to improve student learning outcomes on chemical equilibrium topic. It can be formulated where the focus on this research is student worksheet using the ACIRR learning model on chemical equilibrium material. That hope it can effectively improve student learning outcomes and also to reduce misconception about several concepts of chemical equilibrium materials. For the identification of problem, based on the background, the identification problem are first, the objective of the curriculum use have not been fulfilled because learning is still centered on the teacher. Second, lack of innovation in the use of online media and learning method. Third, decreasing student activity in conventional learning. Fourth, the fairly complex concept of chemical equilibrium often causes students to experience misconception. And the last is some students think that chemical equilibrium material is difficult to understand. And for the scope, the researcher defined the problem so that the research is most focused. First, the research will be carried out on two class 11 MIPA major, especially student in class 11 MIPA 4, that the main class, and one the comparison class. And for the 2024 academic years that limited to chemical equilibrium material in the chemistry subject. Second scope is the electronic student worksheet was created by the researcher himself and can be used on cell phone and laptop. For the problem limitation, first, researcher developed student worksheet electronic based as a product of this research. Second, electronic student worksheet use the syntax stage of the ACIRR learning model. Third, the material used in developing the student worksheet is chemical equilibrium. And the last, the development product is planned to be staged at SMA Negeri 2 Medan. For problem formulation, first, what are the characteristics of the student worksheet based on the ACIRR learning model on chemical equilibrium material developed? Second, what is the feasibility of student worksheet based on the ACIRR learning model on chemical equilibrium material being developed? And the third, how do students respond to a student worksheet based on the ACIRR learning model on chemical equilibrium material developed? For the purpose, are first increasing student understanding of concept and scientific skills in chemical equilibrium material using e-student worksheet based on the ECIRR learning model. And the second aims is improve student learning outcomes in chemical equilibrium material using e-student worksheet. And for the first purpose to theoretically, where it's hoped that this research will be useful for educational development, especially in chemistry, as additional reverse learning resource. For practical benefit for students, it can be increased understanding of chemical equilibrium material, and the product developed can be used as an independent learning resource. For teachers, can be used as a learning material online and teacher reference in developing online learning model. Learning material for school can use the result of this research as a reference or material to improve the quality of chemistry learning for students, and for researchers can increase insight, motivation, and experience in developing learning resource in the form of e-student worksheet based on the ACIR learning model. And I think that's all, ma'am. I give back to you, ma'am.
Okay, so Catherine, so this is your proposal is about development of LKPD.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? But you plan to do electronic LKPD, right? So
Yes,
why don't we see your problem formulation?
Okay. This is, ma'am.
Yes. Hoirul, so you can see how Catherine formulate the problem here. Okay, first Catherine wrote down what are the characteristic. Okay, so meaning this is you're trying to develop a electronic LKPD, right? And then you explain what are the characteristics. Second, this is from the validation, right? Because you will ask at least to lecturer, yeah, to validate your ELKPD. And then third, you will give the questionnaire to the student, right? So I think the way you wrote down your problem formulation is already good. It means like you have time to develop your ELKPD, and then after you finish develop the LKPD, you will validate it, and then you will ask student whether they will think that your ELKPD is good or not. Okay. Okay. Hey, Hoirul, where is Hoirul? Hoirul. So you can compare your problem formulation with what Catherine did, right? Catherine only put like all that related with with her development, like propose, yeah. So I think when you guys are writing down your proposal, let me repeat it again. Think about like how many times you have. Okay. Okay, Hoirul, I hope you don't jangan tersinggung ya ketika saya kasih saran seperti ini ya. Maksud saya bukan membandingkan mahasiswa, cuman seperti inilah seharusnya, ya kan? Nggak usah terlalu banyak. Jadi kita harus tahu juga seberapa lama kita bisa melakukan penelitian. Ya. Oke. Thank you, Catherine. Next, who else? Okay, next, who else? Who else want to present? So it only Yolanda, Fabi, Nia, and Miftahul, 4 more students. Is it correct? Is it correct?
Sylvia, ma'am.
Huh? Yeah, for most, right?
Correct, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Now, who else want to start first? Fabi, maybe?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Please.
Nadia, please help me to share screen my proposal. Okay, thank you, Nadia. So good afternoon, ma'am and everyone. I'm Febrika Sakataren. Today, I want to present my proposal about the development of problem-based learning electronic student worksheet to improve students' learning outcomes on ASIC-based topic. Okay, the first one in the chapter 1 introduction, there is a background of the study. Education plays an important role in facing the challenge in the industrial revolution era. That era is a globalization era in which information and communication technology grows faster and triggers the advancement of science. Development of education in tertiary institution is greatly influenced by the teaching and learning process carried out by the lecturer. Teaching material is material or content that must be mastered by students through learning activities in accordance with the desired curriculum arranged systematically, but written and not so as to create an environment or atmosphere that allows students to learn and as a medium used by lecturer in carrying out teaching and learning activities in class. The absence of teaching materials causes students to become dominant listening and taking notes so that it becomes one of the factors causing learning that doesn't actively involve students. There are many types of teaching material used in the learning, one of which is the use of worksheets. Development of teaching material is quite important to facilitate the achievement of learning objectives so that students are more active and can improve their intelligence. It is because students will get meaningful learning experience. Students who are involved in meaningful learning experience, such as student-centered activities, might improve intelligence. Student worksheet is a learning tool used by teachers to support their learning activities. Some research results state that student worksheet can improve the ability of students. That's according to Hasja et al. 2020. A student worksheet can be useful in terms of academic achievement, for example, as a support for textbook, and also can be used as an alternative learning strategy that is innovative, constructive, and student-centered so that the expected components on the worksheet can create an interactive, inspiring, motivating, learning environment to participate actively. Therefore, the development of a good student worksheet will guide students to be active and creative in finding appropriate answer. The student worksheet is a part of teaching material that serves to help students in the learning process. In addition, the student worksheet must also be able to help students train their process skills and thinking skills, both creative, critical, and innovative thinking skills. One meaningful learning effort can be made by facilitating student learning through problem-based learning or PBL. Problems that are solved through PBL are authentic problems that are found in everyday life. Problem-based learning can increase motivation, which has an impact on improving problem-solving abilities. The implementation of PBL in schools can provide a conducive learning environment for students and also parents. And then the successful of PBL implementation is determined by the learning experience in the classroom and other learning environment. The main point of education is not teach reading, writing, or arithmetic, but to teach how to use thinking skills such as not only creativity, but also
quality problem-solving skill. The role of creativity in learning is most often associated with problem-solving activities, which means creativity is measured by student ability to approach problem in new ways. Next, Nadia. Based on the background above, the research title is Development of Problem-Based Learning, Electronic Student Worksheet to Improve Students' Learning Outcomes on ASIC-based topic can be formulated. In this research, the focus of the research is learning ASIC-based material using the electronic student worksheet assisted by the problem-based learning model. It is hoped that it can effectively improve student learning outcomes. And then in the chapter 1, there is problem identification. Based on the background before, several problems can be identified as follows. The first one, low students' interest in learning chemistry affects student learning outcomes. The second one, students have difficult time understanding the ASIC-based topic. And then teachers need teaching materials to improve student learning outcomes. Meanwhile, for the scope of study, the scope of study in this research is development of problem-based learning, electronic student worksheet to improve student learning outcomes on ASIC-based topic in class 12 senior high school. Then for the scope of problems, in order not to widen the research proposal, the researcher limits the problems to be studied, including first, the learning media that will be developed in students is students' worksheet, and then the learning model is problem-based learning. The topic focus in this study is ASIC-based topic, and the students' worksheet developed using the 4D research method. For the research question, the first one, how to develop problem-based learning student worksheet to improve students' learning outcomes on ASIC-based topic, and then what is the response of the chemistry teachers and the 12th grade students on the developed problem-based learning student worksheet on the ASIC-based topic. And the last one, how is the validity of the problem-based learning electronic student worksheet on ASIC-based topic? And then the next material is the study objectives. So based on the existing problem formulation, there are objectives of this research. The first one, developing problem-based learning student worksheet to improve student learning outcomes. And then two, knowing the response of the chemistry teacher and the 12th grade students on the developed problem-based learning student worksheet on the ASIC-based topic. And three, knowing the validity of problem-based learning electronic student worksheet on the ASIC-based topic. And then for the research benefits, there are some expected benefits from the research result. The first one for student is to develop the learning outcomes on the ASIC-based topic. And then for research, for teachers, there is as a means of increasing knowledge, insight, and information regarding the appropriate learning models to be applied in chemistry learning in order to improve students' learning outcome, and also improving the professionalism of educators through the problem-based learning model. And then the benefit for researcher, there is increase the ability to prepare for competency as a candidate teacher, and then there is also as the final assignment of the classroom action research course. Okay, ma'am, I think that's all my presentation about my proposal. I will give it back to ma'am.
Okay, so your research is similar with Catherine, right?
Right, ma'am.
So you are also making electronic LKPD, right? But maybe the difference is the topic probably, right? Catherine, what is your topic?
Chemical equilibrium.
Chemical equilibrium, and then your topic is acid base, right? Okay, and then when I see your research question is it's reasonable, or it's reasonable because you said you mentioned like your research question is how to develop problem-based learning student worksheet. So you want to make the so you want to make the LKPD. Oh, so you are not making ELKPD, you're making worksheet, regular worksheet.
ELKPD, ma'am. Sorry, I forgot to add the electronic in the research question.
So don't forget to make the electronic here. Okay, and then you want to know the response from the student, right? Is it true? And then the third one is you will try to validate your LKPD. Okay, good. Okay, good job, Fabi. Next student. I think this is already good. Okay, next student.
Thank you.
Who else?
Miftahul, ma'am.
Okay, silakan. Please.
Okay, ma'am and all my friends. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Miftahul Jana, and my title of proposal is the implementation of project-based learning to improve student learning outcomes on thermochemistry. Next. For the background, education is a conscious effort to realize a cultural inheritance for one generation to culture from one generation to others. Education makes this generation a role model of the previous generation teaching. Until now, education has no boundaries to explain the meaning of education in full because it is complex as it is target, which is human beings. It is complex nature. It is often called the science of education. The science of education is a continuation of education. The science of education is more related to the theory of education that prioritize scientific thinking. Education and education science are irretrievable in a practical as well as a theoretical sense. And the importance of education is effort to eradicate ignorance, to fight poverty, improve the standard of living at all levels of citizens, and build the dignity of the state and nation. Therefore, the government is trying to give serious attention to addressing various problems in the field to improving education ranging from primary, secondary, to tertiary level. And this education is so, among others, by providing significant budget allocation as well as making policy rules relate to effort to improve the quality of education. And improving the quality of learning is planned effort to realize a learning and learning system. This is standardized so that students actively develop their potential to have real spiritual strength, self-control, personality, noble character, and skill needed through the learning process, both formally, informally, and non-formally, that has been stated in the objective of normal education, namely developing the optional of students to become intelligent and responsible human beings. And the ability of education in Indonesia is not entirely optimal based on the survey by the United Nations Education, Science, and the Cultural Organization in the Global Education Monitoring Report. Then the thermochemistry is a general branch of chemistry about the energy that accompanies physical change and chemical reaction. It is learning process as the senior high school level thermochemistry material has the aims of providing students with the ability to understand the concept of change in the enthalpy of reaction in the thermochemistry equation and determine the various reaction heat. Understanding thermochemistry material can be associated by facing in everyday life such as combustion or evaporation event. Then through the event can be associated again with the fact that cannot be seen directly, such as the front of energy absorbed or released in the thermochemical equation, which is that in order to determine the various heat of reaction pace of the formation of enthalpy change or calculate the determinant of enthalpy change. And then in the world of education and teaching, learning outcome play a very important role, where learning outcome are description of the level student in the learning. According to Hamalik, learning outcome can be seen from change and perception and behavior, including behavior improvement, from example, satisfying the needs of society and the complex person. And the low understanding of the student concept can be influenced by students themselves or teacher. A student may participate in the symptoms or even encounter in their life, and the learning carried out by the teacher is less direct, so that the students are wrong in interpreting a concept. Student understanding of the material has an effect on student difficult in problem solving. And then student error in the solving problem are caused by the cultivation of concepts that are not deep enough. Concept and students tend to memorize concept and not understanding them, so that the concept they have learned will be easily lost. And then as the result, students will have difficulty in dealing with the case or the problem related to material that they have learned. This is according with the opinion of Sunyono, that generally students experience difficult in solving chemical problems due to the understanding of chemical concept. Next. And then for the identification of problem, there is three. First, low understanding of student concept in thermochemistry. Second, student learning outcome in chemistry are still low. And the third, learning process is not varied and conventional learning is too often practiced. For the scope, it is especially in this study, research identify student learning outcome and provide student learning outcome after the learning took place through project-based learning in the thermochemistry subject. And then for the limitation of problem, there are first, the learning models used is project-based learning, in which there are activities that must create meaningful work. And then the lesson used is thermochemistry material. For the problem formulation, based on the background above and the problem arise, the problem formulation is there are first, how to integrate thermochemistry with project-based learning, and then how effectiveness is the project-based learning on the thermochemistry to improve student learning outcomes. And then for the research objective, the purpose of this research is to knowing the ignorant thermochemistry with project-based learning, and knowing the effectiveness is the project-based learning on the thermochemistry to improve student learning outcomes. For the benefit of research, for the student, make student more interest and focus during the learning process, and improving student learning outcome by using project-based learning on thermochemistry. And for teacher, make teacher more understanding and improve student learning outcome, and improving student learning outcome by using project-based learning on thermochemistry. So that's all, ma'am, about my proposal. I will give it back to ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miftahul. So your proposal is about your try to implement project-based learning on the class, use especially on topic of thermochemistry. Is it true?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So for your proposal, probably you will have so what do you plan to measure here?
Improving student learning outcomes, ma'am.
Only learning outcomes.
Yes, ma'am.
No motivation and all. Is it true? Okay, so it means here you only have pre-test and post-test. Okay, so what do you plan to have for the media here? What is your media?
Make a project, ma'am, experiment.
Oh, experiment. So you meaning it means you will make a experimental module. Is it like that? Is that what you plan to do?
Make a experiment by the student, ma'am.
Yeah, I mean, but meaning that you will make. Berarti kamu akan membuat modul untuk eksperimen, ya?
Yes, ma'am.
Oke, modul untuk eksperimen. Lalu nanti di situ kamu akan, berarti cara kamu mengajar nanti membuat siswa mengerjakan eksperimen yang modulnya sudah kamu buat. Nah, lalu dari situ kamu akan jadi akan dilakukan pretest dulu, ya kan? Lalu kamu mengajarkan dengan project based learning, terutama memakai eksperimen, ya kan? Lalu nanti kamu lakukan post test, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oke. Nah, ini kan di sini kamu buat di problem formulation yang pertama, how to integrate thermochemistry with project-based learning. Ya kan? Ini bagaimana kamu mengukurnya nanti? Kalau yang dua ini kan kamu pakai pre-test dengan post-test. Ya kan? Tapi kalau yang nomor satu ini bagaimana kamu mengukurnya?
Pakai 2 kelas gitu, ma'am. Jadi ada kelas eksperimen sama kontrol kelas, ma'am.
Jadi kamu punya kelas eksperimen, kamu punya kontrol kelas. Nah, dari situ kamu bisa bedakan kalau materi yang pakai project based learning untuk thermochemistry seperti ini. Nah, lalu untuk yang tidak memakai project based learning seperti itu gitu ya. Oke, nah nomor 2 berarti ini yang nomor 2 kamu pakai pre-test dengan post-test ya. Oke. Oke. Good job Miftahul. Nah, sekarang siapa? Next.
Thank you.
Ma'am, Nia, ma'am.
Ya, oke, silakan Nia. Berarti terakhir nanti Yolanda ya. Terakhir Yolanda ya. Feby tadi
Ma'am.
kan? Feby udah kan? Oke.
Sudah, ma'am.
Silakan Nia.
Thank you for Nadia that has been share my screen, and then for the title is development a model based on the guided inquiry to improve the student outcomes in chemical bonding material. Next, Nadia. First, for the introduction background, education is very crucial thing in various countries where the progress of a nation will be determined by the level of education in the nation. Education is a conscious effort to realize cultural inheritance from one generation to other, and education make this generation a role model of teachings of previous generations. A teacher will have a very dominant role in the success of a nation, where a great and advanced nation is a nation that has a successors, which the development in the teaching and learning perspective have consequence for teachers to increase their role and competence in the teaching and learning process and with the student learning outcome. Students have different ability in accepting and understanding different learning in each subjects, so it making teachers feel unable to provide it maximum learning material. A teacher who has an ability to convey chemistry learning material, well, in fact, student may not necessarily understand the learning material. Next, not please. Okay, in an effort to increase students' ability, previous not. In effort to increase the student ability to develop critical thinking skill, they can be used teaching material in the form of e-modules. E-modules are collections of digital or non-print learning media that are structured systematically so that students can carry out learning independently. Next, Nadia. Guided inquiry is a learning model where this model emphasizes direct experience in order to improve students' ability so that students can scientifically digest natural events around them. Guided inquiry involves all students with potential as far as possible in finding and investigating a problem in an organized, critical, and analytical way so that students can formulate their own problems with confidence in skills they possess. And for the chemistry is the science that studies that chemical materials includes all materials that exist in natural environment, both natural and artificial material. One of the chemical science that is difficult for students to understand is chemical bonds. Chemical bonding topic is one of the prerequisites material in chemistry subject in the class 10, where the chemical bonding material includes ionic bonds, covalent bonds, and metallic bonds. Next, Nadia. The difficulty in understanding chemistry lessons, especially chemical bonding material, which is considered less interesting and difficult to study at SMA Negeri 6 Medan, and learning media that is still directed towards the conventional learning, makes students feel bored when carrying out learning in class, especially learning in chemistry, which is considered boring and difficult to understand. Based on the background regarding the problems related to chemical bonding topic, which is still abstract, teaching materials are needed that are able to improve students' learning outcomes. Therefore, the research institute to conduct the research regarding the development e-module based on the guided inquiry to improve the student outcome in chemical bonding materials. For the identifications, the first is the concept of chemical topic is difficult for class 10 science high school students to understand. The learning outcomes of class 10 science high school students are low regarding to the chemical bonding topic. And the third, there are teachers that still use conventional learning method or lecture method. And four, teacher only use teaching material in the form of textbooks from internal schools teaching. And the fifth is there are no teaching materials that are other alternatives for improving students' learning outcomes, such as modules on chemical bonding topic based on the guided inquiry. And for the scope is research is development. The innovative modules e-modules based on the guided inquiry to improve the student learning outcomes in the chemical bonding topic in the 10th class. And then the formulation of the problem. The first is, what is the feasibility of a guided inquiry based e-module on chemical bonding material in improving student learning outcome? Second is, how effective is the chemical bonding based on the guided inquiry e-module in improving student learning outcomes? And the third is, how do students respond to the guided inquiry based on the e-module on chemical bond? And for the limitation of the problem, the first is the topic of research material is guided inquiry based e-module on chemical bonding chemical bonding topic. Second is the guided inquiry based e-module on chemical bonding intended for class 10 high school science student. Third is this research is the guided inquiry based module on chemical bonding development model. And the fourth is this research only carries out trials on the e-module developed to see improvement in learning outcomes and student response.
Yeah, we cannot hear your voice.
Sorry, ma'am. For the research purpose, the first is produce guided inquiry based modules on chemical bonds to improve students' learning outcome with feasibility. Second is knowing the effectiveness of chemical bond guided inquiry based modules in improving students' learning outcomes. The third is knowing students' response to guided inquiry based modules regarding to the chemical bonding topics. And then for the last is benefits of research. The first is for the teacher. For the teacher, there is an e-module based on guided inquiry on chemical bonding topic, which can be used as teaching in material in classroom learning. And the second is for student with the guided inquiry based module that can be used on chemical bonds, which can be used to improve the student learning outcomes. Well, ma'am, that's all my chapter 1. I give back to ma'am.
Okay, so your proposal is about development of guided inquiry e-module. Okay, so you will develop a guided inquiry module, and then you will validate, right? Because effectiveness you will try to validate, and then
Yes.
you will give questionnaire to student, and then they will check, and then you put a note in your limitation of problem that the proposal is only until trial, right Nia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I think that I think this is already good. So what is guided inquiries actually? Can you answer that?
According to me, ma'am, from the journal that I have read in guided inquiry, it can make the students more creative, but the teacher not lose, tidak melepaskan muridnya begitu saja, ma'am. Jadi guru tetap berperan, tapi membimbingnya bukan melepaskan atau dia learning berfokus hanya pada guru. Jadi dua-duanya dapat berkolaborasi dan menurutnya itu baik, ma'am.
Oke, karena guided itu kan berarti dibimbing gitu, berarti inquiry terbimbing gitu ya. Jadi studentnya aktif, tetapi aktifnya bukan ke sana kemari gitu ya, aktifnya terarah karena ada bimbingan dari guru gitu ya. Oke, good job
Yes.
Nia. Now the last
Thank you, ma'am.
person, last but not least, Yolanda, please share your word.
Yes, ma'am. Nadia, please help to share screen. Okay, good afternoon, ma'am, and all my friends. So my proposal title is about improving student learning outcome on ration rate material using the virtual lab application or OLabs. Next. So for the background, the development of science and technology is directly proportional to the progress of this time. This era make it seem as we have to continue to move forward following development in technology and information and make us a human being who think practically and easily. This is characteristic by the increased number of the new feature in existing application, the existence of the new application that increasingly help and make human work easier, as well as change or difference in the way of thinking and perspective on one generation to another generation. Likewise, with advance in science in field of education, in recent years, many scientific innovation in field education have emerged and provide benefit and convenience in various ways. Education is a very important part of life and times. So learning must be done in the form of series of activity. Currently, education can be obtained from the formal, non-formal, and informal institution. Next. Scroll, Nadia. Some subject in formal education are not only in the form of learning one or two-way book material, but also in the form of practice in the laboratory. Carrying out practicum in laboratories can be provide experience of skill that students must have. Science process skill are skills that can equip students to be able to carry out various physical activity during the discovery process, hand-on activities, as well as thinking process skill or minds-on activities, and instill a scientific attitude, according to Nasare et al. 2017. The weakness in the laboratory infrastructure development process are an obstacle to carrying out a practicum in school. Apart from that, there are schools located in treaty areas, that is frontier, outermost, and underdeveloped areas, which make it difficult for the school to get the access to newest and best facilities. This causes students in school in treaty zone to be left behind and have poor learning quality. Apart from the COVID-19 pandemic, has a significant impact on education system around in the world. In response, the education system respond with a sudden shift to distance learning. As various from online teaching and learning assistance in the system, the entire education community was suddenly forced into unplanned and unwarned remote teaching. The distance teaching requirement carefully thinking, planning, and development of technology and resources successfully achieved the desired learning outcome. In this situation, there is little time for preparation, instruction, and act quickly and adapt to the remote teaching. In the process, they receive support from their organization in providing e-learning and other digital platform, learning management system, and communication tools. The innovation in this world of education can help with the abundance of learning search and literacy, the existence of learning tools that are more practical and fun, as well as variation in the teaching aids. One of them is based on OLabs education, where this application is function lab application that focus on the several subjects such as chemistry,
physics, biology, mathematics, and English. This application will provide many learning features such as like learning theory, learning practice, simulation procedure, animation video, assignment, and reference related to the material. Next. However, this primary burden is the instructor to make adjust their teacher methods and material on online format. Sometimes the issue is whether the online teaching approach is still efficient when taken from the physical classroom and transferred to the technological device emerged from the situation. Therefore, from this research aims to produce output in the form of student learning analysis result regarding reaction rate material in the OLAPS application. And then for the identification of problem, first, the teaching and learning process for students is due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which requires students to carry out distance learning, including practicum. Second, learning chemistry in practical terms is very important in the learning environment to improve student skill in science. Third, the obstacle often found in the school are the lack of school laboratory infrastructure, as well as laboratory facilities and equipment. And then fourth, the chemistry lesson given rarely as visual activities and still teacher centers, where they are only oriented toward tests or examination and students' memorization. And then scope of research. The scope of research is the research took of sample of one class in 11 Science 2 at Senior High School, State 1 Lubuk Pakam. And then the practicum on chemical reaction rate using the OLABS or virtual chemistry experiment online labs application. And then for the scope of the problem, the first, analyze student science process skill through the observing, grouping, interpreting, hypothesizing, and applying concept. The second, practicum on the chemical reaction rates, use the OLABS application pioneered by Amrita Kriyat. Next, for the formulation of the problem, what are the student science process skill before using OLABS application? The second, what are the student science process skill after using OLABS application? The third is how does the OLABS application affect students' process skill in the reaction rate material? And then for the purpose of the research, to improve student skill in reaction rate material through the OLABS application. The second, to see the effect of the OLABS application on student skill in the reaction rate materials. For the benefit of this research for the student, it is hoped that student will have in science process skill in terms of practicum and provide new knowledge about the OLABS application. The second, for the researchers, it is hoped that this research can increase researchers' insight and creativity in improving good learning. Next. For the teachers, it is hoped that OLABS application can help teachers to create creative learning and support the improvement of the innovation computer-based learning. And then the last, for the school, it is hoped the school can help the teaching and learning process by using OLABS application so that it will run well. Okay, maybe that is all about my chapter 1 proposal presentation, and I will give back to ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, I think this is good, but maybe you need to change the narrative. This is not due to pandemic anymore, ya Yolanda. Jadi jangan lagi pakai terminologi COVID-19, ya kan? Bagus juga kan, karena kenapa? Karena banyak juga SMA ini yang lab eksperimennya nggak ada, ya. Ya kan, misalnya kalau kamu di daerah mana gitu, nggak ada memang lab untuk melakukan eksperimen. Nah, jadi kamu rencananya ini kan di proposal ini kamu akan mengembangkan virtual eksperimen ya. Virtual eksperimen. Berarti ini sebenarnya penelitian pengembangan ya.
Yes, ma'am.
Oke. Nah, ini OLAPS ini dia dari mana?
Dia berbasis website, ma'am.
Berbasis website. Dia sama seperti PET, PHET.
Iya.
Sama
Iya, ma'am.
ya. Tapi ini dari mana? Eropa ya?
Yes, ma'am.
Di Eropa ya. Kalau PET kan dari Amerika ya. Oke. Nah, jadi kalau misalnya nih ya Yolanda, tahun depan kamu mau membuat penelitian seperti ini, nah ini nggak masalah. Tapi naratifnya kamu ganti bukan karena COVID-19 lagi, tapi lebih ke karena banyak kurangnya lab laboratorium di SMA di Indonesia. Nah, benar nggak? Ya kan, kalau kamu misalnya lakukanlah interview gitu ya ke guru-guru SMA, pasti jarang yang ada laboratorium. Nah, jadi kalau jarang nggak ada fasilitas. Nah, tapi kan hampir semua orang ini harus pakai laptop atau pakai handphone bisa.
Pakai handphone bisa, ma'am.
Pakai handphone bisa. Nah, berarti kan hampir semua orang bisa pakai ada handphone. Nah, jadi ini kan akan membuat siswa bisa melakukan eksperimen-eksperimen. Nah, jadi proposal kamu ini bagus, hanya saja kamu ubah naratifnya, jangan lagi karena COVID-19, tapi karena memang fasilitas lab di sekolah-sekolah itu sangat kurang. Oke, Yolanda?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Oke, nah jadi kita selesai hari ini. Minggu depan mungkin sekitar 5-an aja ya, 5 mahasiswa angkatan 2020 yang bersedia menjelaskan chapter 3 dari proposalnya. Atau 5 atau 6, tergantung waktu kita ya. Karena tinggal minggu depan perkuliahan kita, sesudah itu kita UAS. Oke? Oke, nanti kalian yang tentukan ya, nggak usah saya yang tentukan. Saya rasa angkatan 21 nggak usah lah ya. Nah, karena kalian tidak urgent. Nah, tapi yang angkatan 20 yang urgent-urgent, yang mau sempro, malah minggu depan, Rabu depan Maya Jenita, nggak ada di sini ya. Maya Jenita mau sempro ya kan? Nah, siapa yang kira-kira mau sekalian berlatih untuk sempronya silakan minggu depan. Oke? Okay, thank you all. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.